not low FODMAP in any way, and I don't effing fucking care, son. I got some test results back. I'm gonna do a separate video for that. But this is my fuck you. Fuck you. Hello, friends. So I have two things to update you on. I got some results back from the 4-day gastric emptying testing. I didn't talk to the doctor. I got the results. So I'm a little confused about some stuff, and I joined some new forums because I have another new diagnosis. Yep. Okay, so I have gastroparesis. Yes, I do. And I got tested for this a year ago and I didn't have it. And do you know why it came up that I didn't have it? Because they only tested me for solid foods. They didn't test me for liquids. And I had no idea that that even was a thing, liquids. This test, they tested me for both. And everything I can find online is about gastroparesis with solid foods. For me, all of that emptying was totally normal. So solid food staying in my stomach and not emptying is not a thing for me, which is really, really good, because that's really, really bad. Really, 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 really bad. And you could die from that. So I don't have that, but what I have is the liquids didn't empty. After 1 hour after eating, there was 74% still in my stomach. So there was two things. It showed suboptimal fundal accommodation and delayed gastric emptying of liquids. I have fucking gastroparesis. I don't know what to do, because with SIBO, with gastroparesis of solid food, you have to eat meals like every 2 hours, like literally 6 meals a day, really small. And a lot of people can't even handle solid food. They have to eat baby food and stuff. That isn't my issue, right? It's the liquids, which is so weird to me. That's weird. It sounds weird, right? How do you treat that? What does that mean? I do not know. So I'm waiting to hear from some of the people on the forums that I joined, or, my doctor. But I have a feeling I'm not going to hear from that fool till Monday at least. So still no antibiotics for the SIBO, for the emo, which I still have. Okay. So the second thing that I have to update you on is that while I was doing my 3-hour breath test yesterday, 4-hour, I did the application and the consultation for the adhesion physical therapy at that place, the Clear Passage Center, right? It took 20 minutes. I was like, I have 20 minutes. I had to do a very detailed report of literally everything in my life. There's so many things. So I got an email today, and this is what it says. We are excited to inform you that upon reviewing your reported medical history, we feel our treatment may exponentially benefit you, with an exclamation point. So they have like concerns. It says any exception or concern will be noted in the box below. Okay. That's just like, hold on a second. So then goes and talks about the program, 20-hour protocol, the cost, $7,500. And so the reason why I did this is because it was popping up on my Instagram. And right now, if you schedule before October 1st or the 3rd, it's $1,000 off. So instead of $7,500, it would be $6,500. But you have to schedule by then. And I can't see that happening. So you have to do an $800 deposit that's non-refundable, and then the remaining balance is due 10 business days before your treatment. They offer a discount if you pay with a cashier's check or wire transfer. They do not take my insurance. I applied for financing for a loan for this, and I got denied, which I know I would. So, yeah. So it's very complicated. They have all these specific requirements. They want all of my medical history. They want copies of my MRI dephcography. They want reports about my cysts. They have a whole SIBO protocol. I have to be on the antibiotics that my doctor will not prescribe for me, Rifaximin or XIFAXAN. It's the same thing. It needs to be started 3 days before treatment and continued throughout treatment. They want 21 days of it. They also want you on the herbal ones, and it says must be a stable on medications on the herbal ones for a minimum of 10 days at the dose that will be maintained for at least 30 days. Patients should continue on the herbals for at least 10 days after completing treatment with no changes. And they must have a documented antimicrobial property per PubMed. So they're serious. They're serious about this. Yes. Rifaximin treated patients had better outcomes at 90 days post-treatment and symptom changes and follow-up SIBO tests when combined with this clear passage therapy and some other stuff. So I knew they were going to accept me because I have adhesions, and probably 95% of the people don't know they have them. They think they might have them. I know I have them. And I know they're really bad because I watched this guy on a talk. That's how I found out about it. And he said, you can't see adhesions. If you remember, I talked about this. But for those of you who didn't see that video, you can't see adhesions on x-rays and CT scans and MRIs. He was saying that, and I was like, looking, because I'm like, I know you can. And then he said, unless they're really, really large, abnormally large or something like that. Exponentially benefit me. So I need $7,500. Any ideas? I mean, I guess a GoFundMe, right? But I feel really weird setting one up for myself. It feels weird and wrong. I don't know. So tell me in the comments if you guys think it's weird and wrong if I set it up for myself. I don't know what else to do. I do not have this. I will not be able to have this. It would take me years, literally, to save that money up. And I don't have anyone I can borrow it from. I had to borrow the $5,000 for my abdominal surgery because even though it was inches wide, it wasn't covered. It was considered cosmetic because it's a tummy tuck, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I could never have, it was medically necessary. It's so outrageous that they do this to people who've had birth, but people who have separated abdominal walls. That's a fucking serious medical condition. You know what I mean? It's not cosmetic. Come on. Come on. Okay, so I just thought, so some of you might not know what gastroparesis means, and it's just, it's your stomach is like paralyzed. It doesn't contract, right? It's also, are you ready for this? Caused by nerve damage, most likely. Which is like my overarching symptom that's like in everything, overlaps everything, nerve damage on everything. It's when it doesn't do that, so food or liquids stay in your stomach instead of emptying out, and that can cause SIBO. So I do want to mention that also on those results, it showed for my colon that it was normal, but it was right there. So the normal top percent was like 7%, and I got 6.95 on two of the on the large intestine, on the colon, which is what I've been saying, right? So I don't know what the fuck the doctor is going to do. I have no idea. But to me, it should be an endoscopy now. I should get an endoscopy because do I have H. pylori? Do I have fungus? Is there what's going on, right? And a colonoscopy and a sigmoidoscopy. It's so frustrating. That's why I was like, fuck it, I'm going out and eating caramel apple, even though it's totally not anything I should eat. I don't even know what to do now because there's a specific diet for gastroparesis. People are malnourished who have gastroparesis, but those are people who can't handle food, and I can. I can handle the food. I can. So it's just the liquids. How does that make sense? Someone help me, please, please help me with info. So there you go. So let me know in the comments if you have any ideas about literally how I can come up with this money, because I know that this is going to make the difference. I know it. I know it in all of my bones. I feel it. And I don't know what to do. That's perfect. Did you hear that screechy cat? That's how I feel. That was perfect timing. And with that, I'm going to end. Okay. I will talk to y'all when I have a new update. Till then, peace, peace. Ciao, ciao.